Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 9 Japanese destroyer, Yugumo. She has 19,100 health, a top speed of 37.3 knots, 6 127mm guns, 8 torpedoes, a surface detect of 5.5 kilometers, and 23 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduced crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, improved torpedo rearm, reduced the chance of flood and fire, improved acceleration, concealment. For my commander, basic firing training, basic survivability, faster torpedo rearm, last stand, superintendent, survivability expert, and concealment again. We are on the map north, and just really quickly, I want to show you the current Tier 9 Kagedo statistically and compare them. This has worse health, it's a slower ship, both assuming they're using the speed flag. Same amount of guns, but this is not the C hull, this is the B hull. The range is worse. The rate of fire is worse. Torpedoes identical. Surface detect is basically identical, only 100 meters different. And the AA protection is worse. So, at least on the face, you're getting a more capable Tier 9 that you can take out and see how effective she will work out. Now, what do I think of this particular ship after playing it? It feels alright. I do appreciate the faster rate of fire. I read people and I hear people talk about, oh, the HE, it's been nerfed. Yeah, but you're almost firing twice as fast. And they didn't nerf it by half. Okay? So the net positive is you're going to do more damage and you're going to have to fire your gun more often to do that damage. It just feels better to be more involved. Some of the old Japanese destroyers have a rate of fire of somewhere in the realm of 10 seconds, 12 seconds to rearm. That's ridiculous, honestly, when you compare it to other destroyer lines. Now, in this particular game, I decided to push on the western flank and send my torpedoes rather aggressively towards the enemy. The rearm cycle's basically exactly the same on torpedoes. I didn't really want to touch on that. It's more to do with the type of torpedo that you have loaded on the ship, rather than what they've attached to the ship statistically. This is the F3 variant of torpedoes, so it has short range, faster rearm. And our torpedoes don't hit the enemy, but it's going to cause them to sail in a certain pattern that maybe my friendly Fubuki or friendly cruisers or battleships or aircraft carriers or whatever can exploit. Now I'm detecting, I'm like, whoa, it's a Hatsuharu. The Hatsuharu is the Tier 7 currently. It is not going to be the Tier 7 when these go live. I will discuss that in future games. But for now, we try and engage him, and he pops the smoke. I don't need to pop my smoke yet. He has denied his own line of sight. And I want to sort of send my torpedoes, maybe double dip, with the Pensacola and the enemy Hatsuharu. I felt like it made sense for them to converge a little bit there. Is it going to work out? I don't know yet. The Hatsuharu sent his torpedoes that were detected. Not going to hit me. Am I going to hit him? Doesn't look like it. Is the Pensacola going to fall for it? No, he's not going to fall for it. But I decided to fire my guns. There is a nice convenient island in the area, and it seems to be blocking line of sight. So we're just going to sit here, and of course, we were the ones detecting him. So nobody's detecting him. The friendly cruiser that was just on my western flank, he's dead. Just like that. 5 seconds in. But as the Pensacola is moving off, we are engaging him. Now, one thing that you might have heard is the HE is worse, right? That's what everyone talks about. That's the bullet point. But what they're failing to tell you is they didn't touch the AP. It's the exact same amount of damage with a much better rate of fire. So in essence, Wargaming is telling you you should use AP more often, even in a Japanese destroyer. And I'm going to try and take that to heart. If there's a broadside target, we will be firing AP to see how well we do. Sometimes we overpen and it forces out HE, but some destroyers, it doesn't overpen. It's pretty effective. Now, the Hatsuharu, he is trying to escape the area. I'm a little bit overwhelmed by the amount of enemies on this flank, so I'm going to send my torpedoes towards these enemy battleships that are trying to manipulate the terrain to their advantage. I pop my smoke just in an effort to deny the enemy any information. I do still want to kill that Hatsuharu. I'm not giving up on you, my friend. You might be a Gundam, but I'm a Notser. Okay? And people are like, oh yeah, oh, he's so afraid. Well, are you going to be going after him like you go after all those islands? Yeah, I'm sure. Everyone has jokes, right? That enemy Pensacola seems to be aggressively pushing. Oh, I think we're going to catch the nose of the Iowa. We actually hit him twice. Nice. We caused flood. Most certainly is going to cause him to use his damage control because nobody wants to flood. And yes, that Pensacola is indeed aggressively trying to keep us spotted. So giving ground is completely fine. Now, someone might go, but that 100 meters, that is such a huge difference. I will gladly give up 100 meters in concealment for 2 kilometers in range. Just to put it in perspective, this would be near the maximum effective range of the current Tier 9 before using anything like advanced firing training or anything like that. So I would be near my limit. This is much more comfortable. And not for the Iowa, of course. But we don't want to make it comfortable for him. Friendly Arpeggio Miyoko is trying to leave the area. He sent his torpedoes. Not going to hit the Iowa, who pulled a Notser. I know he wanted to show off for the stream. Probably doesn't watch the stream. But either way, we were able to take advantage and do significant damage. Now, we never got the fire that I was looking for. But you can't get everything in this world. And that Hatsuharu, he's still alive. I still want to kill him. Because taking out destroyers from the game makes it a hell of a lot easier as a fellow destroyer. Make no mistake, these are upgrades. Now, are they upgrades that are enough to notice in a massive power spike? Probably not. We're probably looking at 2 to 4% gain, depending on the variant. You know, if it's a Tier 7 Hatsuharu or a Tier 6 and it's replaced with a Tier 6 Fubuki, yeah, I would say the Tier 6 Fubuki is going to do better than the Tier 6 Mutsuki that we had before. That's just an egregious version of a torpedo boat that nobody ever wants to see. And it's still really bad at Tier 5. I will probably show that off or talk about it. But for now, I sent my torpedoes against the Gneisenau. The Hatsuharu is indeed in the area. The friendly Iowa is suicidal. I would love to support him more, but it doesn't look like he's going to allow me to do that. So what I figure, why pass up this huge opportunity? We do nick the Gneisenau with 1 torpedo. It does cause a flood, and it appears to be sticking on the ship. If you notice the damage counter in the top right. As this is all going on, the Iowa is taking max attention from the enemy. I'm going to try and kill the Hatsuharu. And I do 1 last shot at his last known position. We miss him. Still detected. The friendly Iowa is going to die to torpedoes. And that's not good. He does die. He gets pretty good damage on the Gneisenau, honestly, before he dies. And if you're in a position like this, fire on that battleship. I don't care that you're a destroyer. He has 2,000 hit points left. Get him out of the fight. And that's what we do. I am detected still. I do have smoke. You could pop your smoke, Notser. Why don't you pop your smoke? I don't think it's necessary. I think I'll drop off detection in 1 to 2 seconds. And it's a little greedy. The Hatsuharu sends his torpedoes. Obviously, I don't want to run into it. But now we're undetected. We still have our smoke. We didn't take that much damage. I sent my torpedoes towards the enemy, trying to zone them away from the base. And, of course, detect the guy, fire at the target, take him out. He doesn't have any more torpedoes. Enemy Hatsuharu is dead. But I think we're dead too. Because, oh boy, the enemy has a huge advantage over our team. And I think, oh, just barely missed the Arpeggio Takao. The Pensacola is very low. Friendly Arpeggio is engaging him. I don't really need to fire. I think my friendly will be able to kill him on their own. But it's always... Well, I'm glad he got it. I don't need that kill. We're desperate, okay? I'm sorry. Look at the team. Look at the team. I was telling the chat, you know what? This is probably going to be a loss. But never give up. Never surrender. You always have a chance if you tell yourself, I know, oh, that's cheesy, Notser. You got that from a stupid movie. Galaxy Quest is not stupid. You must believe you can fight the enemy. Otherwise, who's going to believe it? Right? So I send my torpedoes towards the enemy cruiser. I expect him to sort of slow down and try to capture the base. Be a little greedy. So that was my intent with the torpedo send. I didn't send it too far because I expected him to sort of double back. And if he does, I think we actually will hit him. Did we hit him? Yes, we did! And it caused a flood. I don't think he can put this out. I think he's going to flood out. Yeah, he's going to flood out. We take out the enemy cruiser. Only one enemy left over here. Enemy Yugumo. And the Yugumo is engaging. Unfortunately, he just killed the friendly cruiser. I light the Yugumo up, hoping that the friendly cruiser was able to light him up too. Looks like he actually has 2 fires on him. I only have 1 fire on him though. So, oh, he puts it out. Okay, okay. Torpedoes are still rearming. Some enemy battleship fires way far away. Don't really care right now. Trying to kill this guy. And did we relight the fire? Was that at the perfect opportunity to be outside of immunity? Yes, it was. So I decided to switch back to AP. He's broadside. It should work out. 1,500 points of damage. All right, all right. You want to aim sort of for the superstructure, the command tower, that sort of area. Yeah, 2,000. There we go. Boy, the dot is doing nothing because he's healing too. Ooh, 3,000. That's not bad. He's going to probably take this torpedo. We're going to lose out on this kill. I was telling the stream. Wait a minute. He's going to avoid it. He dodged it. Don't dodge these shots, though. Please burn. Yes, he burned down. He gets a love tap on us. Not that much damage. And we're still way outnumbered. But at least we're putting up a fight. Yeah. Enemy Iowa, enemy Bismarck is pushing forward. And yeah, it's going to see the friendly aircraft carrier. I don't really have torpedoes that are in range yet. I got to get way closer. The gun systems have just become available. So yeah, you got to take care of yourself, my friend. I'm going to try my best to distract them. But no promises. You know how people play. Oh, it's an aircraft carrier. Ignore all the other threats in the game. Just kill the aircraft carrier. So I decide, fire my guns. Come on. What's the worst that could happen? Well, there's a lot of things that could happen. He could kill you. I'm willing to take that risk. The enemy Bismarck has clearly set me as the manual secondary target. But that's okay. You know what? I can deal with it. I'm going to use this island to block the Bismarck's attention while trying to torpedo and gun down the Iowa. And the HE chance to light the target up, not very impressive. You know, it's probably 1 in a million shot that I would set a fire on him, but why not try? And I believe he was the attention of the dive bomber, so the flood is actually sticking. And he's giving me more attention. The Bismarck is coming around the island. I need to give ground. 10.6 kilometer range is the absolute maximum range that secondary guns can reach out to. As long as you are outside of 10.6 kilometers, they can't touch you with the secondaries. Ooh, he does a good shot there. 3,000. That's not good at all. He's still flooding out. And maybe HE would have been the wiser decision. He's not really angled that well for the AP. Look at all the ricochets, yeah. HE was probably the better choice. Either way, he dies to my guns and my flood. The friendly aircraft carrier is still alive, thankfully. But I am now very far away in order to avoid the secondary range. It's going to take me a long time to get back into effective torpedo range. It's not looking good from the friendly aircraft carrier. Man, I'm sorry, Shokaku, but you gotta survive in order to give your team a chance. And it's just not gonna happen if I was within 10.6. So USS Hornet, which is interesting, being in a Japanese aircraft carrier, but maybe the Hornet will be. I'm sure the Hornet will come in the game at some point. Maybe he can ram him. Yeah, that's what he can do. Just ram him, Shokaku. Show that Bismarck who's boss. Give him the guns of the front. Yeah, no, that's not what you needed to do. I am now alone, and I'm basically within secondary gun range, so I can no longer risk the ship. While all of this is going on, a friendly destroyer is taking at least 2 enemy ships on a wild goose chase. It's helpful for me. It's not exactly getting the job done, but at least I don't have 4 people bearing down on me at my base. I only have 2 at this point. And where's the other one? He's over by the Elephant Head. He's just north of my base. I sent the torpedoes, predicting that the Bismarck would turn back and show a perfect broadside. And you know what I did to myself? I allowed him a nice, convenient battleship-sized space in between, so I don't hit him. Great. Gotta wait 40 seconds to rearm the torpedoes. So as we're waiting on the torpedoes, I'm not gonna fire my gun. Clearly, this is stealth work now. How does the Yugumo stack up to the Kagero outside of statistics? Clearly, it's a better ship statistically when we talk about it. Faster speed, better AA protection, more health, more range on the guns, better rate of fire. That's basically what it feels like. It just feels like a more polished version of a Tier 9 for the Japanese. I love it. Is it better than the Udaloy? Is it better than the Fletcher? Well, I don't think so. I don't think it's as worse as the Kagero, but I do feel like it does give up some gun power to those ships. The Udaloy can fire at this range, duck, dodge, and dive. You can't do that in these ships. They're not quite as nimble as you would like, but they do have much better concealment, so you can do things like sit 7 kilometers away from an enemy and torpedo him. So I send my torpedoes. Yes, it does look like he's trying to go towards my ship, but I feel like he's going to flatten out and head directly towards my base. An enemy Der Grosse. A nice, good, strong German. 2 strong German battleships are over here. Gotta be careful. Pretty much guaranteed, they all have manual secondary and 10.6 kilometer range. We hit 2 torpedoes right on the nose. Basically maximum damage output. We cause a flood. He's gonna put the flood out. There's no way he's gonna allow the flood to exist. And there's no way I'm gonna reveal my position to him. Sorry. We've got about, 1 or 2 more possible torpedo attacks on the enemy. It's not looking good. I would love to tell you, you know what? We have a chance. We don't have a chance, but showing off to Tier 9. Hopefully it's enjoyable. And if we can get this Bismarck before this game ends, it was worth it. My friend, well, I don't know if he's my friend, but a friendly destroyer is still dragging 2 cruisers around the map. Torpedoes are ready. We send again, expecting him to straighten up again and go towards the base. He's not really doing a good job of being unpredictable. Yes, he's turning back and turning towards me every once in a while. He slows down, he speeds up. But the net gain is that he's trying to make it to my base. I am going to stop him by sending torpedoes in the path. Thankfully, the Der Grosse does not detect the torpedoes meant for the Bismarck. And I think that we got the Bismarck. I think we're going to get at least 2, maybe even 3. Is 2 enough? 2 is enough. We take out the Bismarck. He knew we were here, and yet he was so greedy to get back into the base capture that he just ignored all the signs. There's 15 seconds left. Friendly is dead. I figure, you know what? Look at me. I'm right here, Der Grosse. Take me out. And no, I'm not going to pop my smoke. I don't care. Either way, we lose this game. The Friedrich Der Grosse hits the shot. Good job. I don't really care, you know. It was a loss anyway. It's good that he got the shot. I gave him a chance to take me out. You need to be happy about these games. I don't care that you lost the game. The effort is what's important. 5 kills, 9 torpedo hits, 5 fire set, defended, over 235,000 points of damage done. It felt pretty good. I would say it's a pretty solid tier 9. It's a much better tier 9 than the Kagedo was in the current patch for most of you. So yeah, hang your head high if you ever get a game like this. Yeah, it was a defeat. Yeah, we knew it was going to be a defeat, but we took a lot of them with us. So, how much base XP do we earn? 1,747. We outscored the enemy team. We did not get the 1.5 times bonus, so we would have easily broken 25 probably. Most of my damage is in torpedoes, but floods, fires, it felt a lot more hybrid, didn't it? The range, the rate of fire, it just felt better. And that's what I appreciate. Not all of them feel this good. I would say this is an exception to the improvement, but it's nice that there is an improvement. I hope you enjoyed seeing this game. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.